welcome to Fenway Park in Boston, where today's game between the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox. Hello, everybody. Sports Time Machine brings you the 1954 NL replay. I see Al, Red Sox fan, coming into old Fenway Park to sit down and enjoy himself as his first place Red Sox play host to Cleveland Indians. Let's go ahead and go over our record so far and our teams. In the American League, where we're at today, is going to be an interesting matchup between the Tribe and the Red Sox. I'll be playing as the Red Sox today, the home team. They are 9-1. They have a .900 winning percentage. Boston comes in winners of their last 6 in a row. Cleveland is 6-4. They are 2 games ahead of their regular schedule they were back then. They've lost actually 4 in a row. So Cleveland started the year off at 6-0. They've lost 4 in a row, and they've kind of come back. Boston so far has a +20 win differential, while Cleveland has a 10-run win. So far in the American League, Boston leads the American League in hitting at .308. They have 10 home runs. Cleveland is 4th in the American League at .259. In the pitching department, Cleveland is 2nd at .301, while Boston is 5th at .401. Those are your starting to get you in this ball game. Let's go over the Red Sox defense and let's get this started. In the outfield will be Goodman, Jensen on an MVP tear for the Red Sox in center. Let's get back to my game. And Pearson right, Kell at third, Bowling at short, Consolo at second, Arganis at first. At first base is White. On the mound for the Red Sox is Nixon. He's 1-0. Last start he made, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 8 walks, and 5 strikeouts, but he got the win. Here's your very tough Cleveland lineup. It'll be Avila at second, Ragsland at second, Westlake in left, Rosen plays first, Larry Doby in center, Filey in right, Strickland at short, Hagen behind the plate, and Garcia is your pitcher. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start. Bobby Avila will lead off. So Avila will lead off. He's hitting .375, but up 32 times, 2 doubles, a homer, and 1 RBI. Nixon's up. He is a right-handed pitcher. He's a 1R, so he kind of goes on both sides right there. He doesn't favor either side. And that year, Nixon, 182 hits, 200 innings, 16 home runs allowed. White behind the plate sets the target. Nixon looks in, and here's the first pitch to Avila. And that's going to be a 2-12 ground ball to Bowling, throws across the Arganis, and there's your first out. And now here's Rigondo. Rigondo has no hits in his first 12 at-bats, a walk and a strikeout. He is playing third base today. Not sure why they're not playing Rosen at third. White behind the plate. Nixon looks in with the big windup. Here's a pitch to Rigondo. And that's going to be a 1-7 first base hit of the year for Rigondo. So he was due, and he got a hit. Here is Westlake. He's hitting .217, 23 at-bats. Home run, 7 RBIs, right-handed hitter. White sets in the target. Nixon now has to work from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Westlake. And that will be a 5-6. Struck him out, 2 away. And now here is the talented first baseman, third baseman, Al Rosen, hitting .269. 2 homers, 9 runs batted in, right-handed bat. White sets in the target. Nixon from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Rosen. And that's a 1-11 ground ball third. Kell goes across, gets him, and that's it for Cleveland in the first. 1/2 inning play. Cleveland nothing, and Boston coming up the bat. For the Boston Red Sox defensively, for the Cleveland Indians defensively, Westlake in left, Doby in center, Filey in right, Rigaldo at third, Strickland at short, Avila at second, and Rosen at first. Hagen behind the plate, and Garcia is your pitcher. So here's your Red Sox lineups: Consolo, Goodman, Jensen, followed by Kell, Arganis, White, Pearson, Bowling, and Nixon. Here's Consolo hitting .455, 11 at-bats, 2 RBIs, right-handed hitter. He steps up. Hagen behind the plate. Garcia looks in. Here's the windup. 2 comes solo. 5-7 ground ball second. Avila's a 321. He'll come up throwing. Got him, and there's your first out here in the first inning. And here's Billy Goodman. He's the left fielder. Goodman's hitting 308, 39 bats, has a double and 6 ribbies. Higgins sets the target. Garcia looks in. Here's the windup to Goodman. 5-7 ground ball, second base, picked up by Avila. Gets it, throws him out for out number 2. So 2 outs in the first, and it brings up Jackie Jensen, MVP year. He's came down a little bit since we last talked to you. He's hitting 415, 3 doubles, 4 homers, 16 runs batted in. What a start for Jackie. Big right-handed bat. Higgins sets in the target. Garcia looks in and the pitch. And a 5-7, that's a ground ball to second. That's Avila, 321. He's not going to get it. That's a base hit for Jackie Jensen. Anything Jensen hits goes up the middle. That's his first hit. And now it brings up George Kell, 310 hitter, double home run, 5 RBIs, right-handed hitter. Higgins sets in the target. Garcia from the stretch. Garcia came in at 1-1, 1.62 ERA, 2 starts, 17 innings, 15 hits, 8 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Garcia working from the stretch, and here's the pitch to Kell, and that's a 6-10 single 1-10 base hit, George Kell. Jensen will stop at second. Sox got 2 on, and they got 2 outs. So here is Aganis. He's hitting 321, 28 at-bats, 28 at-bats, 2 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 5 ribbies. First and second, 2 outs. Boston trying to get off the Schneider early. Boston coming in winners of their last 6, 9 out of their first 10. Higgins sets the target. Garcia from the stretch. The pitch to Aganis. 3-6 line drive right at Rosen and ends the inning. No runs, 2 hits, Strand 2. We played 1 here in Fenway. No score. Not on the team, I don't believe, or he was not active. These are as-played lineups. Top of the second here for the Cleveland Indians. It will be Doby, Filey, and Strickland for the Indians. White sets the target. Nixon looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Doby. Doby on a 6-6. There's a line drive base hit for Doby. That's in the gap. Jensen's going to have to go get it. Doby will go to second, has a stand-up double. So a double for Larry Doby. Runner on second, no outs. And here is Filey, 235 average, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. White puts down the sign for him. Nixon working from the stretch. Runner on second and nobody out. Here's a pitch to Filey. And that's a 6-4 single. No, Consolo with a nice play. Oh, with the I probably make a Star Wars joke there, but I couldn't make one quick enough. So Consolo with the play gets him out 1 away. But he definitely had the force there. 1 out here in the first. Here is Strickland, 276, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Consolo probably saved the run. White sets in the target. Nixon now from the stretch. Runner on second and 1 out. Pitch to Strickland. 1-5, a double 1-7. Goodman slides and makes the catch, and Doby has to hold. That was a double 1-7, rolled the 9. So Boston coming up defensively good today. 2 outs in the second, and here is Higgins. So Higgins comes up. He's hitting 235, a homer, and 3 RBIs. 2 outs in the second. No score from Fenway. Both teams with 2 hits. Battle of 2 of the premier teams in the American League so far on this replay. White sets in the target. Nixon looks in from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Higgins. Higgins on a 3-9 ground ball to third. Cal got it. Goes across the Aganis. And that's it for Cleveland the second. No runs, a double. He was stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here in Fenway. It'll be White, Pearson, Bowling for Boston. Garcia on the mound. 19-8 during 1954. 5 saves, 2.64 ERA. Part of that good rotation Cleveland had when they won the most games in the American League this season. Higgins sets in the target. Garcia with the windup. Here's the pitch to White. 3-5 ground ball short. Strickland's got it. Goes across the diamond, and you get 1 out. Here is Jimmy Pearson. Boy, he's having a good year, too. He's hitting 419, 4 doubles, a homer, and 7 runs batted in. Right-handed hitter. Higgins sets in the target. Garcia looks in. Here's the windup to Jimmy Pearson. 1-11 ground ball to the Regatta. Throws across the Rosen, and you got 2 outs. Here is Bowling. Bowling only has had 5 at-bats for the Red Sox this year. 249 hitter, 6 homers, 36 RBIs during the season. He gets to start today at short. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia from the windup here is a pitch to Bowling. 3-8 base hit for Bowling. So he gets his first hit. So he gets his first knock just like the Cleveland. And now here is Nixon. Nixon on the season hit 265, a homer, 3 RBIs. Pretty decent hitter's card for him. He's a left-handed hitting pitcher. Will hit against a righty Garcia. Bowling with the lead off first and 2 outs. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Nixon. 1-8 and walks. He walks the opposing pitcher. So Red Sox got 2 on and 2 outs. Here's Consolo hitting again. He grounded out his first time up. 0 for 1, 2 on, 2 outs here in Fenway. Red Sox trying to grab the lead here in the second. Hegan sets the target and puts down the side. Garcia from the stretch. Pitch to Consolo. 3-9 struck him out in the middle. Some fun in that area. Nothing across a strand 2. We go to third. No score here at Fenway. So top of the third. Good ball game here in between 2 of the hottest teams in the American League so far. Cleveland has lost 4 in a row, though, while the Red Sox have won 6 in a row. Here's a pitcher spot for Mike Garcia. He didn't like the hit. 136 hitter and 4 ribbies. White sets in the target. Nixon looks in. Here's the sign to Mike Garcia. 2-8 struck him out, 1 away. So Nixon with a big K, and here's Bobby Avila. Grounded out his first time up, 1 out in the third. White puts down the sign. Nixon with a big full wind up to Avila. 1-9 ground ball to third. Boy, he had a good card there. Kell picks it up, throws him out for out number 2. So Nixon he dodged a couple bullets in that one column. 2 outs in the third. And here is Regaldo. Regaldo had his first hit of the season last time up. He's now 1 for 13. White puts down the target, sets in the sign. Nixon with the big wind up and kicks to Regaldo. 1-4 ground ball second. Consolo's got it, throws the first, and Cleveland's done in the third. Let's go to the bottom of the third. No score here in Fenway. So now will be Goodman, followed by Jensen and Kell, batting for the Red Sox here in the third inning. Goodman grounded out his first time up. He's hitting well, hitting 340 at-bats. A regular second baseman for the regular left fielder for the Sox, at least so far. He hit 303 during the year in about 500 at-bats. So he is hitting where he should be. He's a left-handed hitter. He favors, he favors righties by a tad. Garcia likes pitching to righties. So we'll see if Goodman can get a big hit off Garcia here. Hegan sets the target. Garcia with the windup pitch to Goodman. 2-7 base hit Goodman. Boy, he hit it right up the middle. Runner on first and nobody out for Jackie Jensen. He continues his torrid hitting. He had a hit, raising the average up to 429. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia from the stretch. Runner on first. Goodman will stay a little lead off the bag. The pitch, 5-3, 5 ball into right field. Filey's a 2-5. This should be a catch. He comes in, makes the catch, and there is 1 away. 1 out in the bottom of the third inning, still no score. Here is George Kell, 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia working from the stretch. Goodman takes the lead. Pitch to Kell. And that's a 1-5 ground ball to second. Avila only plays the first, throws to Rosen as Goodman will move 90 feet up. Runner on second and 2 outs here in the third. Here is Aganis. Aganis sets up. He lined out his first time up. Hegan puts down the target. Garcia working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Aganis. 6-7, and he walked him. 2 on and 2 outs. So here is White. 2 on and 2 outs. Let's see if I remember he's the same name as the Viking wide receiver, Mr. Sammy White. 343 hitter, 35 at-bats, home run, 7 RBIs. One of the catchers here for the Sox. 2 on, 2 outs. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia from the stretch. A little bit of trouble here in the third. Pitch to White. 6-10 line drive. Caught by Strickland and ends the inning. Red Sox strand 2. We go to the 4th. No score here in Fenway. 4th inning of action here and no score. We had a great pitchers duel the last National League match, so a near no-hitter that went into the 7th inning. A tremendous outing there. So here is Westlake, 208 hitter, 24 at-bats, 2 doubles, a homer, and 7 ribbies. White puts down the side. Nixon looks in. Nixon looking good so far. Nixon has only given up a couple hits. Here's a pitch to Westlake. 1-6 struck Westlake out, 1 away in the 4th, but here is a tough man to get out. Mr. Al Rosen. Rosen hit into a force his first time up. Nixon's got to be careful with the big right-handed hitter. White sets in the target, pats down the signs. Nixon may want to pitch around a little bit. Here is the windup to Rosen, and that is a 4-7. He draws the walk. So he did what he had to do there. There was technically a base open at first, and he gave Rosen the pass. Here is Larry Doby. Definitely not someone to take advantage of. He doubled his first time up, average up to 310. Boy, did he have a year, though, in 1954. 32 homers, 125 ribbies. So a big left-handed batter, one who broke the color barrier in the American League. White sets in the target. Nixon from the stretch, runner on first and 1 out. Pitch, and Rosen was trying to get a lead off, but Nixon threw over. So Rosen kind of smiles at him. Runner on first and nobody out here in the 4th. So Nixon now working from the stretch, looks back at Rosen, makes sure he doesn't get a good lead. And here's the pitch to Doby. 4. That's a line drive caught by Consolo. Rosen has to head back, 2 away. And now here's Filey, 222 hitter. He lined out his first time up. 2 outs in the 4th. They're Filey trying to get in Rosen from first, as the Indians and Red Sox are deadlocked at 0. White sets in the target. Nixon from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Filey. 6-5. Deep drive. Right field. Back goes Jensen. Reaches up. Makes the catch, and the inning ends. Jensen hauls it in, and the Indians go scoreless. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No score. That was a home run. 1-6, but he rolled an 18. So Jensen reached up and brought it back in. Bottom of the 4th coming in. Indians with 2 hits. The Red Sox with 4. Here's Pearson, Bowling, and Nixon. The bat for the Sox here in the 4th. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia looks in from the windup. Here's the pitch to Pearson. 3-9 ground ball short. Strickland's got it. Goes to Rosen for out number 1. So 1 out in the 4th. Here's Bowling. He has 1 of Red Sox 4 base hits so far. First hit on the year. He's 1 for 6. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia with the big wind up and delivers to Bowling. 5-6 pop to short. Strickland's got it. Pats the glove, and there's 2 outs. Here's Nixon. He walked his first time up. 2 outs here in the 4th. Hegan sets the target. Garcia looks in. Here's the wind up to Nixon. And that's going to be a 2-12 line drive caught by Avila. So Cleveland comes up with an offensive gem. We played 4, no score. That was a single, 1-13. Rolled an 18. So now we go to the 5th. Cleveland comes up. Cleveland now no runs on 2 hits. Boston no runs on 4 hits. Raiders duel here in the top of the 5th inning. So now here we do. We're in the 5th inning here. Fenway game is getting old, but no one is getting on the board here. As we bring you live 1954 Sports Time Machine Baseball as we're doing the American League. And next time we'll see you, we'll be at a National League ballpark. We'll do that before we leave today. Kind of give you the updated standings from everybody. We'll go maybe 2 games ahead, and we'll find the best National League game once we do that. Some great races building, so we'll be in the May soon here in a replay. White sets in the target. Nixon looks in, runner nobody on, starts the 5th inning. Nixon on a 5-8 struck him out. Big strikeout for Nixon. So here's the catcher, Hegan. Boy, he's a good ball player. He's like a -2, -3 arm out there. He had 234 with 11 home runs. In 35 at-bats, has a homer and 3 ribbies. White sets in the target. Nixon looks in the 5th inning with 1 out. Here's the wind-up to Hegan. Hegan on a 6-8. Hey, got the inside corner. So Nixon struck out 2. And now here's the pitcher spot, Garcia. So Garcia comes out with no outs in the fifth. White sets in the target. Nixon looks in. Oh, boy. Here we go. Here's the pitch to Garcia. And that's a 6. They got the side. Nixon strikes the side out in order looking. Oh, my. We go to the bottom of the fifth. No score here at Fenway. So it's Consolo, followed by Goodman and Jensen, the bat for the Sox. So here's Consolo. He's 0 for 2. Garcia now he's definitely come off one of his better seasons in MLB. He wants to see if he can do the exact same thing and keep this game close. This is just a mini 2-game series between the clubs. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia with the windup. Here's a pitch to Consolo. 4-10. That's a ground ball short. Strickland throws him out. And there's one out. Here is Goodman. He's 1 for 2. Single back in the third. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia looks in. Here's the windup to Billy Goodman. 6-4. Ground ball to third. That's Regaldo. He's a 4. Comes up. Throws him out. Nicely done. Rosen came off the bag a little bit and got it for him. 2 outs in the fifth. Here is Jackie Jensen. Single the first. Flied out in the third. Right-handed hitter. Hegan sets in the target for him, puts down the signs. Garcia looks in. Here's the big windup to Jackie Jensen. 6-8. Got him the inside corner. So we played 5. No score. We head to the 6th. And now let's do a Major League Baseball scoreboard check. As we saw here in the 6th inning. So far, both teams goose eggs as the Farmers have found a lot of eggs. Cleveland no runs on 2 hits, while the Red Sox no runs on 4 hits. Mike Garcia's gone 5, 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, while Nixon has gone 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. For the Indians, Regaldo and Doby with base hits. For Boston, hits have come from Goodman, Jensen, Kell, and Bowling. Doubles by Doby. No runs batted in as we are goose egg going to the 6th. That Major League Baseball scoreboard look at is brought to you by 1954 Major League Baseball Stratomatic PC replay. Let's go to the 6th inning now. Cleveland will send up Avila, followed by Regaldo and Westlake here in the 6th. Both teams goose egg through 5. White puts down the target, sets in on. Nixon looks in with a big windup pitch to Avila. 5-2 and walks him after striking out the side. Walks Avila. So now Sammy White goes out and talks to Nixon, pats him a little bit, comes back. Here's Regaldo. The Red Sox say they will play the corners in. Let's see if I need to or not. He's a B bunter back in the days where you can bunt, so he'd be a C at least. Will the Indians drop down a bunt for this kid? He hasn't hit much on the season. He's 1 for 14. So the Red Sox will stay with the corners in. Kell and Aganis will be there. Bowling and Consolo, both 4s, which I don't like, are up the middle for the Sox. They'll try to turn a double play. White sets in the target. Nixon from the stretch. Runner on first and nobody out. Pitch to a goal. They're going to try to run. Here's the throw. Not in time. Avila steals second. So Avila got the good lead and gets second base. So now Cleveland with the runner in scoring position. Now see if they bunt him the third. Regaldo, the batter. Red Sox are going to play the infield even up. White sets in the target now. Nixon now has to let that one go from the stretch. Runner on second, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Regaldo. 1-11 ground ball to first. Aganis runner will go 90 feet up. And now there's 1 out in the 6th. Red Sox are going to do the infield in. So Kell and Bowling on the left side come in on the grass. Consolo and Aganis will come even up on the grass also. So the Red Sox with the infield in. Red Sox arms left to right. Jensen has a cannon. Pearsall's about even. You can run on Goodman. Runner on 6, 1, top of the 6th, 1 out. Westlake, the batter, he's an 0 for 2 today. Struck out twice. Nixon needs to get a K right now. Red Sox faithful on their feet. White sets in the target. Nixon looks in from the stretch. Pitch to Westlake. That's a 2-2 line drive right at Cal. Touches third, gets the double play. Holy cow, line drive, double play ends the 6th. So Cleveland blows a chance. They lead off too far at third. Kell makes a stab, touches the bag, and ends the innings. A big base running mishap for the Indians. They're scalped in the sixth. Let's go to the bottom of the sixth. No score here at Fenway. Oh, Doctor, line out Max. So here's George Kell. He'll be followed by Agonis and White for the Sox. Oh, they get a break there. So Higgins sets in the target. Garcia looks in, bottom of the sixth, and no score, nobody on. Here's the pitch from Garcia to Kell. 2-8 ground ball back to Garcia. Gets it, stretches, and throws a strike to Rosen. 1 out in the sixth. So here is Agonis. Agonis on the batter, 0 for 1 with a walk. He walked back in the third. Higgins sets in the target. Garcia looks in, bottom of the sixth, 1 out from Fenway, no score. Garcia with a big windup and deal, 3-4, 5 ball left field. Westlake there doesn't have to move, and he got 2 outs. Here's Sammy White, 0 for 2 in the game, grounded out and lined out. So Higgins puts out a sign for him, gets ready. Garcia with a big windup. Here's the pitch to White. And that's a 4-7. Struck him out, and Mike Garcia gets out of the sixth inning. Let's head to the seventh. No score here at Fenway. Cleveland, no runs on 2 hits. Boston, no runs on 4 hits as we head to the seventh inning. Wow, what a ball game we have here for the Fenway faithful. So now here is Rosen, followed by Doby and Filey. Top of the second, seventh inning. Nixon will try to go a little further. Nixon probably can go at least until the seventh with 200-plus innings. Let's take a look at him. He can go in the seventh. This is his point of weakness inning. White sets in the target. Nixon looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Rosen. 4-11 ground ball to first. Adonis got it, waves off. Nixon takes it to the bag. 1 out in the seventh. So now here's Larry Doby, 1 for 2 with a double. Tough part of the lineup for the Indians. White sets in the target. Nixon looks in. Here's the windup and pitch to Doby. 5-3, 5 ball left field. That could be trouble. Goodman's a 3-E-23. He gets to it. Oh, he drops it. He dropped it right in his glove. Goodman came in and fell off the glove. That'll be a 2-base error for Doby, and he's in the second. So runner on second and 1 man out. Doby in scoring position, and we'll rule that an E7-2 2-base error. So now here is Filey. Let's look at the Red Sox defensive people and see if we got anybody else who can play a little bit. 2E17 for Glenn, or I should say Olson. Lapoy, who played a little bit last game. Maxwell was a 3E8, 100 at-bats. That's something to consider in the seventh inning. That might have been a managerial decision. Again, Red Sox are not without Ted Williams. Again, not sure about that. Lee Brandt's a 4E10, same problems. Lee Goodman's a 3. So, again, we had some options we can play out there to keep the E23 out there. But here we go. Here's Filey. He's 0 for 2, 1 out in the seventh. White puts down the sign. Nixon from the stretch. Again, the error does not affect the point of weakness. Nixon from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Filey. That's going to be a 4-8 and draws the walk. That will. That's strike 1 on the old meter. First and second, 1 out now. Here is Strickland in an old Oriole hat, it seems. 258, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Strickland sets up with 2 on right now. So let's see what Strickland can do. He's a kind of a light hitter. He has a good 1 column, decent 2, nothing's in the 3. White sets in the target. Nixon needs to get out of this one. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch to Strickland. That's a 5-4, 5 ball center. Jensen's a 2E6. Should make it. Comes in, makes the catch. And Doby, I'm sure, will hold. Let's see if Doby holds. He gets the lead, and he'll go for third. How about that? Doby, a very classic. He got the extra base on Jensen, so we got a perfect start. He got in ahead of the throw, and it's now first and third, 2 outs. And now the Indians have to depend on the clutch. Hegan does not hit at all in the clutch. Hegan inside the clutch only hit 196, normally hit 234. He loses 4 hits on the card due to that. So he's out to go bang or bust if he wants to hit on his card. He loses 4 hits. White sets in the target. Nixon from the stretch. 2 on, 2 outs. Nixon the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-12 ground ball to Nixon. He's a 2-7. Can he come up with it? Throws him out just barely. Oh, that was close. And that ends the Indians. They strand 2 7th-inning stretch from Fenway. No score. So bottom of the 7th, no score. I mean, we have a perfect game here. It is a great game between the Indians and the Sox. Garcia and Nixon going the distance, and it will be Pearson bowling, and I believe Nixon wants the bat. They want to stay away from these bullpens. There's a reason why these teams struggled in the season. If Nixon can get them another inning out of their starters, that is what they want. Hegan sets in the target, though. Garcia strands, looks in, gets the sign, pitch to Pearson, 6-6 ground ball to third. Galdo throws out number 1. Here is bowling. Bowling comes up. He had a hit back in the second. That broke his 0 for 5 snide. Hegan puts down the sign for him. Hegan, one of the premier catchers in the AL at a 1E2 -2. Garcia looks in, and here's the wind up the bowling. 4-3, 5-ball center. Doby's there. He's a 1E2, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And now it's Nixon. He's 0 for 1 with the walk. Red Sox fans looking in. They want to see a hit by their Sox, but they also know what Nixon's done for the Sox so far. Nixon will bat. If I know the computer, they will take Garcia out soon. So the Red Sox are they're gonna go with the adage. They're gonna go what got him to the dance. So Nixon will give him one last opportunity. No score, 2 outs the 7th. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia with the windup. Here's the pitch to Nixon. 4-5 ground ball to first. Rosen's got it, takes it to the bag, and we played 7. Let's go to the 8th, and we're still scoreless at 1. Top of the 8th is winding here in Fenway. Oh, doctor. So now this should be a pinch hitter for Garcia if I know the computer. And then it'll be Avila and Ragslin against Nixon here in the 8th. Let's see what they do. Oh, they bat for Garcia. So Garcia bats and strikes out. So the Cleveland manager decides to leave Mike Garcia in. So he goes tit for tat. So 1 out in the 8th. Here's Avila. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounded out twice before that. White sets in the target. Nixon looks in. Here's the windup to Avila. 2-5 ground ball to third. Kell's got it. Goes across the diamond, and Nixon's giving the Red Sox 7 2/3. Here is Regaldo. 1 for 3 so far. White sets in the target now. Nixon from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Regaldo. 2-5 ground ball to short. Bowling throws him out, and Nixon's giving the Red Sox 8 strong innings. We go to the bottom of the 8th, no score. So now it's Consolo, Goodman, and Jensen. So Consolo, 0 for 3 so far, will hit against Garcia here in the 8th, followed by Goodman and Jensen. Part of the good, strong Red Sox front part of the order. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia looks in with the big windup to Consolo. 1-10 walked him. So Consolo is on first in the 8th inning. Let's take a look at Consolo's numbers. Garcia is a +4. It'll be even if he tries to steal. He can get it on a 6. So let's see. We're gonna feel kind of. Oh, he had the lead and he gets thrown out. So he rolled the 3. So Consolo thrown out at first as Hegan threw a dart to Vila. 1 out in the 8th. The only way you get the lead is you get it on a 1-13. So here is Goodman, 1 out in the 8th. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia with the big windup to Goodman. And that's a 4-8. That's a base hit for Goodman. Oh, that guy getting thrown out will be a big one. And now here is Jackie Jensen. So Jensen comes up. Now, does Goodman want to try to steal? No, he will hold. He doesn't want to get thrown out there. Jensen's 1 for 3. No outs in the 8th. Red Sox with 5 hits. Cleveland held but only 2. Higgins sets in the target. Garcia from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Jensen. 4-7 and struck him out, 2 away. Here is George Kell. So Kell comes up with 2 outs in the 8th. He needs a big hit here. Higgins sets in the target. Garcia working from the stretch. Goodman taking the lead off first. Here's the pitch to Kell. 5-8 line drive out of Vila. We played 8, no score. We head to the 9th. Cleveland, no runs on 2 hits, while Boston, no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Since Goodman last batted, Red Sox will probably make a pitching change. So we'll go to Maxwell. 104 at bats. He'll go in for Goodman in left field. Make that a little bit better of a defense. Makes a 3-2-1. Maxwell's a 3-E8. Jensen's a 2-E6 with an arm, and Pearsall's a 1-E6 in right. Top of the 9th, it will be Westlake followed by Rosen and Doby. The tough part of this Cleveland order in the 9th inning. Can Nixon go 9? White sets in the target. Nixon looks in. Here's a big wind-up to Westlake, and that's a 3-8. That is a pop to short. Boy, he had all his power in that 3 column. Bowling there makes the catch. Boy, did he get the pitch up there a little bit. Here is Al Rosen. He can't make that mistake to Al. He has a tremendous 2 column. Fenway Park back in the day, a great home run hitter. He basically has automatics on 2-4, 2-6, and 2-10. You don't want to make the same mistake to Rosen in that column. White sets in the target. Nixon from the windup. Top of the 9th and 1 out. Nixon with a big windup to Al Rosen. There it is. Hits alive. That's a line drive for a single for Rosen. He put the ball up, and Rosen smacked it out and left. So Rosen's on at first and 1 out. He's the go-ahead run. And here's the tough Larry Doby. Again, he has a tough hitter's card, too. A solid on a 1-6. 1-12 ballpark home runs on a 7 and 11. What'd he do with Doby? He's a 2-R. Red Sox don't have what they want to say a bullpen you want to deal with. I mean, you do have Kinder, who has been getting the vulture wins in relief for the Sox. Let's see if they have someone they trust in this team. Here's Doby, 1 for 3 of the double. Nixon will stay in the 9th. White sets the target. Nixon from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Doby for 9. Ground on the first. Agonis goes the long way, gets the fielder's choice. That was a very tough play. Bowling came across the bag, and that was all you're going to get. 2 outs of the 9th, and Doby's now down at first. Here's Filey. He's 0 for 2 and a walk. They don't get a run here, and Boston could be where they can walk this off. So Filey comes up. White sets in the target. Nixon working from the stretch, trying to complete this and go 9. Here's the pitch, and Doby was trying to steal, but unfortunately couldn't get the lead. So Nixon's on it. So Doby stands at first with 2 outs. Nixon coming off the stretch again, looking back at Doby. Here's the pitch, steps, and here's the pitch to Filey. 2-9 ground on it first. Agonis takes it to the bag, and that's it for Cleveland in the 9th. Let's see if we have some champagne in the future. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th inning. No score here at Fenway. And it'll be Agonis followed by White and Pearsall for Boston. Bottom of the 9th, and the Red Sox get a run, and they can celebrate this win. So last of the 9th, Red Sox trying to get a run. Agonis 0 for 2, 11 home runs on the season's got power. Having a good season so far. Keegan sets in the target. Mike Garcia in his 9th inning. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-8. Struck him out, 1 away. Here's Sammy White. So Mike Garcia getting stronger. 1 out in 9th. Keegan puts down the sign. Gets it. Garcia with the big wind up to Sammy White. 2-7 fly ball center. Doby's there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Jimmy Pearsall. 2 outs in the 9th. Pearsall 0 for 3. Egan sets in, puts down the sign. Garcia stands. Here's the windup and pitch to Pearson. 5-8 line drive Avila. We're going to extra innings. Now I think Boston's going to have to make a move here. You don't really want to take out, well, I guess you could do that. So let's see here. So you don't want to take Pearson out as a double switch. You don't want to bat him 8th and lead off next inning, and you don't want him 9th just to pitch an inning. So you're going to have to throw somebody in who has the ability to get outs, but who may not be in there for long. Indians have a lot of righties coming up on this team. So they're going to go with, I believe, a pitcher has good stuff, at least for the season. 206 innings, Mr. Frank Sullivan. So Frank Sullivan will come out. He's a 4R. So Nixon goes 9. Boy, he's given a pat on the back for his excellent day. Sullivan on the year, no record, 2 saves, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So White sets the target. Sullivan looks in. It's going to be Strickland, Hegan, probably a pinch hitter for Garcia. Here in the 10th. Here's the pitch. And here's a 6-7. That's a single 1-9. No, Cal steps right in front, 1 away. Here is Jimmy Hegan. Hegan steps up. He has grounded out twice and struck out. White sets in the target now. Sullivan looks in. Here's the windup and pitch to Hegan. 1-7, struck him out, 2 away. Let's see if the Indians bat for Garcia here. And they'll bat again. So Garcia bats for himself. Fly ball to right field. Pearson with the catch, and Mike Garcia is going to work the 10th inning. Oh, doctor. So here is Bowling, followed by Sullivan. Now that will be a question what they do, followed by Consolo. Again, Sullivan was not in there just to pitch an inning. So he may get his turn at bat here, and they want to just kind of college football. If you get the score, you just want to keep up and score back. So they want to keep it close. Hegan sets the target. Garcia with the windup, and here's the pitch to Bowling. 1-9, struck him out. Garcia keeps getting stronger. Here's Frank Sullivan, not much of a hitter, 68 at-bats, has a couple doubles, has an RBI. Hegan sets the target. Garcia with the windup. Here's the pitch to Sullivan. 4-7, struck him out. 2 big strikeouts for Mike Garcia. So here's Consolo, 0 for 3. He walked his last time up. 2 outs in the 10th, still goose eggs on the scoreboard. Hegan sets in the target. Garcia with the windup. Here's the pitch to Consolo. And that's a 1-14 base hit for Consolo. So the Red Sox got a man on, and here is Maxwell. He took over the left field spot. For Billy Goodman. So now Garcia at a +4. Does Consolo go for the lead again? He gets the lead on the 6th because he'll get it on a 1-13. Let's see if he'll go for the lead again. No, he does not get the lead this time. So Consolo will stay there. So he'll get the good lead. Hegan sets the target. Garcia working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Maxwell. And that's a 3-9. Struck him out. And we'll go to the bottom. We'll go to the 11th. Mike Garcia is now considered tired. So now for the Indians, it'll be Avila, Ragland, and Westlake to bat for the Indians against Frank Sullivan, who will be in there for a while, technically. White will come in, sets the target. Frank Sullivan with the lineup. Here's the pitch to Avila. 1-6, base hit left field. So Avila with another hit. Sullivan's a +2, White's a -1. So to steal it will be a -1 to Avila's first number. So White sets in the target. Let's see if they again go for maybe a bunt here to get a runner over. Sullivan working from the stretch. Avila to take a lead. Nope, there he goes. There, run for Avila. Throw. Got him. Good throw by Sammy White. He threw a strike to Armand Rashad as Consolo puts the tag down. So Sammy White from the position throws a strike down to Consolo. 1 out in the 11th, and there he goes. Don't run on Mr. Sammy White. One out on the 11th. Here is Regaldo now. He's up with no men on. White sets in the target. Sullivan with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 2-4 single for Regaldo. Boy, that thrown out. That man getting thrown out stealing is a big play here. Runner on first in the 11th. Westlake the batter. He's 0 for 4. Sullivan now has to work carefully. White sets in, puts the target down, puts the sign. Sullivan from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Westlake. That's a 6. Draws the walk. Oh, no. 2 on, 1 out for these Indians in the 11th. And here's the dangerous Al Rosen. So now Frank Sullivan's got to be careful here. He's got to calm. He has to avoid. He doesn't want to put Rosen on the pitch to Doby with the bases jacked. White sets the target in. Sullivan from the stretch. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Rosen. 1-5, and there's the walk, and the bases are loaded. Frank Sullivan all of a sudden has lost the strike zone. Bases loaded, 1 out for Doby, and then it'll be Filey who will again bat lefty. Let's look at the team. Red Sox may have to go to Kinder here. And here comes Kinder. So Kinder will come on out. Frank Sullivan will not be able to be. Ellis Kinder will come in. So Elvis Kinder on the season, 2-0, 1.35 ERA, has vultured some wins. 1 save, has pitched 7 innings, given up 7 hits. He's a long-term starter, reliever, and out of the bullpen. He pitches majorly better to left-handed hitters. So Kinder will come in. Bases loaded, 1 out. Will righty, lefty, but Kinder's strength is pitching to the opposite. Must have a strong slider going away. So Kinder comes in. Red Sox playing the infield in. They're going to try to get 2 here. White sets in the target now. Kinder from the stretch. Bases loaded, 1 out. Pitch to Doby. Strike him out looking. Doby on strikes. Kinder gets the big Larry Doby on strikes. So now here is Filey, switch hitter, batting for the left-hand side. He gets a hit in the clutch. He grabs 1 notch where he normally would be. So he hits 244 in the clutch, 226 normally. So Filey comes up, bases loaded, 2 outs. Can Kinder get a couple lefties out and force a bottom the 11th? White sets in the target. Kinder from the stretch. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pitch to Filey. 2 A-line drive out bowling, and the Red Sox out of the 11th. Oh, the Cleveland Indians. Custer's last stand. They leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 11th. It's no score here at Fenway. Oh, doctor, what a game. As the Red Sox get a huge break in the 11th. So Kinder comes up strong. And now here's the MVP as the fans are starting to chant. Jackie Jensen, 1 for 4 in the ballgame. 45 at-bats, now hitting 400. 3 doubles, 4 homers, 16 RBIs. On the mound for the Indians is Hoskins, 0-1, 3.00 ERA, 29 hits, 27 innings. Hegan sets the target. Hoskins looks in. He's a right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch to Jensen. 1-10, single 1-10. Strickland's right there. Oh, he had to play perfectly. 1 out in the 11th. Here's George Kell. He's 1 for 4. Hegan sets in the target. Hoskins with the wide pitch to Kell. 6-7, ground ball to short. Strickland's got it. Goes to Rosen. That's 2 outs. So here's Agonis. Red Sox want to, as in football, you don't want to put your defense back on the field so fast. But the Red Sox are not getting anything off Indian pitching right now. Agonis 0 for 3, walk back in the 3rd. Hegan sets in the target. Hoskins with a big, deep wind-up and pitch to Agonis. 6-2, ground ball back to Agonis. He's a 3-0. He feels it. He throws him out. He does, and it's out of there. We played 11. Let's go to the 12th. No score. Cleveland, no runs, 5 hits. Boston, no runs, 6 hits. They have the only error. It will now be Strickland, followed by Hegan, and probably a pitch hitter for Hoskins in the 12th. What a tremendous ball game as we're in the 12th inning. No score, extra innings, Major League Baseball replay, 1954. And now here is Strickland, 0 for 4 in the ball game. He has fight out, strike out, fly out, and line out. A lot of different things today, none of them good. White puts down the target. Kinder now has to pitch to a couple right-handers. Here's the pitch. And now it's a 5-11 fly ball left field. That's why you have Maxwell out there. He's 3-E-8, comes in, makes the catch, and one away. Get that E23 out of there. So Maxwell with the running catch and one out. Here is Hegan. Hegan 0 for 4. He's grounded out, struck out twice, and grounded out. So he has a pair of ground outs, pair of strikeouts. White sets in the target. Kinder looks in, wants to get himself a full house of strikeouts or ground outs. Kinder with a full windup and the pitch. That'll be a 5-3. That's a fly ball in the right field. That'll just be a kicker of a fly out. He makes the catch, and Hegan's 0 for 5. 2 outs here in the 12th, and here is Hoskins. He's nothing. He didn't hit at once during the season, so he uses a regular hitter's pitchers card. Let's see if Cleveland bats for him. Nope. He bats for himself and strikes out. Oh, man, a bad choice that probably was. We go to the bottom of 12th. It's no score. No score. Bottom of 12th here in Fenway. Orange Crush. So now here is Sammy White. He'll be followed by Jimmy, Pearson, and Bowling here in the 12th. Hegan sets the target. Hoskins with a windup. Here's the pitch to Sammy White. 3-12 line drive at Rosen. Oh, he's been playing there all season. Rosen makes the hot play. 1 out in 12. Here's Jimmy Pearson, underrated player. 383, 4 doubles, homer, 7 RBIs. Tremendous season for the Sox of 54. Hegan sets in the target. Hoskin looks in deep, big windup, pitch to Pearson, 4-2, deep drive left field, back goes Wesley, going up, and it's gone. Red Sox win it 1-0. Jimmy Pearson takes it out of here, left field, over the wall in left field. He doesn't take the tour backwards like he did, but he goes the front way. Passes Rosen, passes Avila, passes Strickland. Regaldo gets the high five from his third base coach, and he swung by his Red Sox. The Red Sox have won 10 out of their first 11. A walk-off home run for Jimmy Pearson. Red Sox win in the 12th, 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error, while the Indians no runs on 5 hits. The winning pitcher was Kinder. He vultures his 3rd win of the year, goes an inning and 2/3, 2 strikeouts. Hoskins loses it, goes an inning and a third, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, the bomb. So a big home run by Pearson, his 2nd of the year. He's now hitting at .396. Red Sox keep it up. They go 10-1, while the Indians will drop to 6-5. Let's finish the rest of the American League schedule, and then we'll get to the National League, and we'll pick your game for the National League part of this replay. Possibly coming back later on, as this was so exciting. Maybe we can play the National League later on. We'll see how things are working out. So let's go to Friday. Baltimore plays Philly. Cleveland will play Boston. Chicago plays Boston, so that's it. Cleveland will go to New York. That's a good series, Lemon and Morgan. And then Detroit will go to Washington. So we'll go ahead and play these 2 games. We'll go ahead and switch everyone to auto in the American League for the next 2 days. And then we'll go over the standings, and we'll switch over to the National League. Fine, play 1 game, or I say play our 2 games again, and then we'll go ahead and once again, get your game. So here we go. It was Baltimore beating Philadelphia 4-3. Chicago beating Boston 9-1, ending their big series. New York, who has been on a terrible slide, defeats Cleveland 7-6, and Detroit beats Washington 3-1. Let's go to the last game. We'll auto here in the American League. I'll be on a Saturday. Same game. Baltimore, who's been on a roll in the American League with Boston. Chicago still playing Boston. That's Virgil Trucks and Bill Henry on the mound. And also in the American League game in New York, it's early win against Bill Miller. And Detroit will be taking on Washington. That's Gromer and Specshea. Let's go ahead and play those 2 series of games, and we'll see what's available for us. It didn't. Oh, there it goes. Sorry, it hit the wrong move. Philadelphia beats Baltimore 10-4. And let's go and see what happened and what messed up here. Let's pay here again. Again, having problems finding my American League 1954 as played. Must have not a lot of guys on the roster, or not everybody. That's weird to me. Chicago beats Boston 7-3, so Boston's lost 2 in a row. Cleveland beats New York 8-2, and Detroit beats Washington 8-3. So technically, we could still play Sunday's game because that is going to be the next time that's the next time we'll see everybody in the National League. Of course, and that means you will see doubleheader baseball. The White Sox, it'll be the White Sox and Athletics. The Indians at Senators are playing too, and Detroit will play the Yankees. So for some reason, the Red Sox are not playing on that Sunday on May the 2nd. So we've gotten into May. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and speed ahead 2 days of auto in the National League, and then go into the National League and see what looks good, maybe a doubleheader if there's something that really looks good. So let's auto everything in that one for you. And it's going to be, let's see if it allows me to do this. Wanting to find starter for Philadelphia, not available. So I need to pick a starter. And let's see who is going to be a starter here. Let's go to Friciano will start. And Philadelphia Athletics beat the White Sox 6-0. It was Philadelphia beating Chicago 3-2. It was Washington beating Cleveland 4-3. Cleveland beating Washington 4-2. They split. Detroit beats the Yankees 4-0, and the Yankees take the recap 7-4. Let's go to the 54 National League. We'll go ahead and speed ahead 2 games, and then we'll go ahead and pick the best available National League game. This time we'll go Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll pick the best game for April the 30th. So maybe we shouldn't have spent ahead so much in the American League, but they will go ahead and play those for me, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at that. So 3 games in the American League, National League for this Wednesday will be Bob Friend in Pittsburgh taking on Cincinnati. The Giants take on the Braves, and then the Dodgers take on the Cardinals. Let's go ahead and play that day for Wednesday. And again, having issues finding starters. It is 6-5 Cincinnati. New York beats Milwaukee 3-1, and St. Louis beats Brooklyn 2-1. All right, one more set of autos for this day. And we have 3-game series. Brooklyn and Cincinnati again. Philadelphia with Robin Roberts against Milwaukee and Warren Spahn. That is an amazing game to have. That could be, we'll see what's available. We'll leave that as a hold, and we'll put everything else on auto. So we might have 2 possibilities of game. That's a tremendous matchup not to show you guys. So we'll go ahead and play the other 2. It was Brooklyn defeating Cincinnati 3-2, and Pittsburgh beating St. Louis 4-3. So now let's see what games are available, and we might just go ahead and take the one that's available on Friday. On Friday, there's 3 games. It'll be Newcomb against Bud Pulverlane for Cincinnati from Crosley, and then that will be, I believe that's Philadelphia taking on Milwaukee. That's going to be Connolly and Dixon. And then Sal Magley taking on Bob Rush of the Cubs. I think we're going to go ahead and show you the Thursday game. That's going to be Philadelphia and Milwaukee. We've shown Milwaukee a couple times on the schedule so far, but there's only 16 teams to choose from. But that is the best pitchers matchup. If you want to have a pitchers great matchup, that would be it right there. Cincinnati beats Brooklyn 4-3. Milwaukee beats Philadelphia 2-1. And New York beats Chicago 3-2. So now we'll set our stages for the game we're going to play next, and I'll keep that for next time. It'll be Robin Roberts to take on Warren Spahn. Game will be played, I believe that'll be played in Milwaukee. Let's take a look at the standings of the National League before I let you go and see what we're looking at. In the National League, Philadelphia has the lead. So it's a battle between teams. Philadelphia, of course, it is. Philadelphia 7-5. They're in first place, tied with the Buccos at 9-7. St. Louis is 7-6, And Milwaukee is 6-6 and 1 back, so everyone's still really close. Cincinnati's 7-9. The Giants are 6-8, and the Cubs are 4-6. Everyone's kind of struggling to get in their teams on a roll in the National League so far. The New York Giants finally starting to make a run. They've won 3 in a row so far, led by the Rookie of the Year candidate, Willie Mays. So, folks, that'll be it. Next time we'll see you will be from Braves Field, as it will be the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Milwaukee Braves. Robin Roberts will take on Warren Spahn. Thank you so much. It's been a great game for you guys to be here today. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again. As again, this is Time Machines 1954 MLB replay using Strat PC.